Alright, so welcome to a little crash course on imbalances in the market. I'm going to try and keep it really short and sweet, but in this lesson we're going to talk over what an imbalancement is, how do you spot them, any common mistakes, and how can you use them in your trades. So what is an imbalance? It's a retracement tool, and it's like a missing piece in the market. It's where either buyers or sellers have complete or very dominant control over the market, and a good way to think of it is kind of like stairs, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Okay, so say you're in an uptrend and you're going up the stairs, right? But then all of a sudden you skip a stair because there is much more like buying pressure than selling pressure. And now you have this empty space or this empty stair that you skipped over. Well, this is going to act as a magnet, and price will, in most cases, want to at least fill this before continuing on its journey, right? So if you're running upstairs really quick, you skip a stair. That empty stair becomes a magnet for price to fill before continuing. That's the whole point, right? So how do you spot them? In a bullish imbalance, it's the space between the top wick of the first candle and the bottom wick of the third candle. So in this scenario, it's this space right here. The top wick of the first candle and the bottom wick of the third candle. Because in this space right here, there is zero selling pressure. So pause the video, see if you can spot where the imbalancement is here. Okay, so if you said here, good job. It is small, but it does still count. There is an imbalancement here where we skipped over a step, price comes back, fills this empty step before continuing on its journey. And there's another one right here. It's a little bit harder, but pause the video, see if you can spot it. So if you said right here, well done, you got it correct. And yes, a candle of the opposite color can take part in the formation of an imbalancement. That is something to make note of. That's why this one was like a little bit harder. But if you got it right, well done. You can see there is zero selling pressure right here. Price comes back, fills it before continuing up. So now let's try some bearish imbalances. So knowing what you now know, pause the video again and see if you can spot the bearish imbalancement. If you said here, well done, that's correct. I'll give you another example, just make sure you've really got it. So pause the video, see if you can spot it. Again, if you said here, well done, that is great. So common mistakes that I see are that imbalances must be unmitigated, so they can't be tested before. And as you can see here, we have a imbalancement created, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 candles that are all inside of this imbalancement before we see any kind of movement up, but it doesn't break past any of these highs, crashes back down again. So you want to make sure, like, yes, I know with this example there's 1, 2, 3, but then we see a very strong reaction off it quite quickly. This one we just see nothing. So you want to make sure that if the imbalancement's getting tested and there's not a strong reaction off of it, then it's not a very good imbalancement. That leads me nicely onto my second point, which is you need to check the reaction of the candle inside of the imbalancement. So as you can see, we have this one made right here, but as price comes into it, we see very, very little reaction, and in fact the candle closes all the way through the imbalancement, invalidating it. And then we have this second, much larger imbalancement that price fills quite nicely before crashing down. So you want to wait for a reaction once you get into the imbalancement. The lowest imbalances are typically the strongest or the highest in a bearish trend. A better way that I should have phrased that is the first imbalancement created in the trend. So in this example, we're in a bearish trend, price is coming right down. So this is the first one that was created. They're typically the strongest. So how can you use this in trading? Well, trading is all about trying to paint a picture and using different confluences to paint as accurate a picture as possible. And one of the confluences you can use is equilibrium, and you do this by selecting the GAN box down there. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Use these settings, so you have the 0, the 0.5 and the 1 selected. It should look something like this, and then you draw it from the top to the bottom of a move. You can do it from bottom to top as well. And whichever the first half is, so if you're drawing it top to bottom, it'll be the top half, and if you're drawing it bottom to top, it'll be the bottom half. But once price moves back into this area, it's achieved equilibrium, and it is now discounted. So, knowing this, and knowing there is the imbalancement there as well, you can combine the two, wait for price to come back to this area. This is on the hour chart, by the way. Drop down to a lower time frame, wait for a third confluence, something along the lines of a simple break of structure, or like a stronger move down. You see we have a slight consolidation before it starts to progress back down again. And then maybe just take a trade like this. You know, set your stop loss above the high created here, set it like 1 to 2 RR, same day trading, simple as that. If you're a swing trader and you like holding your trades for multiple days, you know, you can go for bigger positions where a stop loss can be up around these highs up here, take profit down at these liquidity lows down here. You know, as you can see, yes, the price does test the imbalancement a few times, but the way that I know that this is okay is because each time we get to this area, we see a strong move down. So price comes back up, strong move down, price comes back up, strong move down, price comes back up, strong move down, and that's enough sell orders to push the price all the way back down again. So go away, find 5 imbalances of both bullish and bearish, 5 examples of imbalances both bullish and bearish, and see how price reacts to them, and if you can spot any of the confluences that go along with it. I will be making more videos on other topics within trading, so if you're unsure on any of the confluences, you can either subscribe to my channel if you found this helpful, and then wait for my videos to come out, or you can go online and find other tutorial videos. You know, there's plenty out there. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If this did help, please consider subscribing. You know, grow the community a bit. But yeah, thank you very much.